I just watched this disturbing documentary about these ladies that all got swindled from the same one man. He was a serial polygamist. He married all these ladies. And in this day and age, it's kind of hard to do, because usually the marriages would be flagged on the computer system when he went to go, register for the marriage certificates. But in this case, that didn't happen. And these ladies are pissed off and they're saying that the government should have protected them. Well, newsflash, ladies, the government is not here to protect you. If you don't have an uncle that's a conspiracy theorist or an aunt that goes down a few too many rabbit holes, then I am here to tell you that the government doesn't give an F-U-C-K about you. They don't care. They're not watching out for you. You have to look out for your own self. One lady met him, and only after a week of meeting him, they got married. That's desperation. That's not love. That's lust. And that's sinful, number one. And number two, that never leads to anything promising. So they get married, and what does he do with all these ladies? First of all, the guy's a narcissist right out the gate. He's saying that all these ladies knew about each other and they were all on board with all this and blah, blah, blah. Well, he took their information. He did all sorts of identity theft and identity fraud, allegedly. But anyways, essentially, he generated some funds for himself and for probably another harem of ladies to get married to. But you can't expect, I know, I get it, that sometimes we as ladies, we make bad choices, right? We're a little naive. We want to look past, the red flags, okay? But you have to look out for yourself. You can't just go full throttle into something with not even, imagine just driving a car full speed ahead on a road. You don't even know if there's a cliff at the end. Do your due diligence. Do a little bit of legwork. Do a little bit of searching on the internet. Google the guy. Hire a private detective. There are still cheap-ass private detectives for under $1,000. You can check that guy out. But they don't want to figure him out. No, they want to blame somebody else for not looking out for them. Someone else, sorry. And no, you have to protect yourself a little bit. I'm going to do a story time one day, not today. But I had an auntie. She was married to a real SOB. The women in my family have a very bad habit of picking the wrong kind of guy. But that's good for me because I learned from their mistakes. But anyway, she was married to this piece of crap, and he was an alcoholic. And he was super abusive. I don't want to trigger you, but he was super abusive. But at the end of the day, guess what he did? He did one good thing, and he kept paying on his life insurance, right? So when he kerplunked, thank God, because she was in such a horrible state, and not to wish death upon somebody, but you know what I mean? Just never mind, I just said all that. Anyways, he passes and leaves her $100,000, which back then was enough to have a good life for the next, probably for the rest of her life, to be honest with you. And she met this cute guy, this little hottie on a motorcycle. And yes, I know who you are, because guess what? We have books of people that have crossed this family for years, and I'm here to settle the score. But anyways, I would never say anything, but I could. But anyways, he was a real, real Rico Suave type. And he swindled her out of $100,000. I don't know what he did with the money, if it went to good use, or maybe he donated to a children's hospital, but I don't think so. So after that, I swore to myself never to make the same damn mistake, because after that, she had to beg our family for money to, help her out and stuff like that. And then after, guess what? She got really, really, really lucky, and she married a really good man. And he had lots of money, but don't tell anyone. Anywho, so be aware, ladies. Be aware. We are kick-ass bitches. And it's about time that we turned up our kick-ass. Look out for yourself. Don't trust anyone. Oh, well, I didn't know that he... How could you didn't know? You told yourself you would just... You knew. We all know. We all have a gut instinct, and sometimes we just choose. Sometimes, we're lonely on a Saturday night, and we choose to overlook it. But it's going to cost you. Everything comes with a price. So protect your dang selves.